Hey everybody, and welcome to a Tatter-a-fact here at the Girlz Ink studio in Las Vegas. And yeah, so this is our last podcast of 2022. Not is it the last podcast for 2022, but this podcast finishes up our second full season of a Tatter-a-fact. Right, Willow?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So yeah, we got our second season finishing up. And so today, I thought it would only be appropriate, last podcast for 2022, have my girls on here. Yeah. Yeah. Michon and Amy, welcome. Thanks for you guys for sitting in with me today.
Yep. Of course.
Yeah. So I thought, it's this is launching December 30th. So, right before New Year's. So I thought a good topic it kind of goes with the whole New Year thing. And I think for each one of us personally would be goals. The goals that first, why goals are so important and kind of like some key things into achieving your goals. When you set goals, some key things that you have to do in order to achieve your goals. The goals that maybe we set for ourselves this year and we did accomplish. The goals that we set that we didn't accomplish, and maybe what we have, what we have for goals next year in 2023. I thought that would be cool.
Yeah, kind of like a resolution thing for how we did, what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
How it's going.
Yeah, right. Because I think I'm super goal oriented. I think, the older I get, the longer I'm in business, the more goal oriented I get, and the more I realize there's just certain things you have to have, a person has to have in order to obtain your goals, right? The goals we achieve, I think they create the life you want to wake up to every day, right? And I want to wake up to a good, happy life. We all work hard. Amy, you're a mom and you're at the spa supporting yourself right now, and you're here 3 days a week, getting your PMU career up and running. You work super hard. Michon, you work hard. We all work really super hard, spend a lot of time working. So when we're not working, I want to wake up to the life that I want. I want to wake up, right?
Me too.
And that's what, yeah.
Not the spa.
Not this crazy life.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
But it will all be worth it. It will all be worth it, Amy. It's worth it. And I think if your dreams don't scare you, then they're too small. If the dreams that you're chasing don't stress you out and, cause frustration and, tire you and scare you, then they're not big enough.
Well, what's life without a little risk?
Yeah. Got to have risk, right? Yeah. Absolutely, Michon. My whole career was built on risk, calculated risk.
Yeah.
I'm never really willing to risk like a lot of money, or I don't not too much on the line.
You're not willing to risk everything.
Yeah, I'm not exactly. That's a good point. But yeah, I think just about everything I've accomplished in my career, or a big majority of it was, I took a risk. I did a lot of first things, like when I launched my color theory course online, my own mentor told me it won't be successful. No one's gonna watch a color theory course online. They're gonna get bored. It's a computer. You can't connect with them. It's not going to work, Teryn.
And people spend all of their lives on a computer and buried in it in their phone.
Yeah, But if I had listened to her, and this was somebody's opinion that I really valued, so it kind of hurt me a little bit and kind of crushed me a little bit, and it gave me a little bit of fear and insecurity. Like, oh my God, I've put months and months and months into building this online webinar. Maybe she's right. Maybe no one's going to show up. And I was just telling you, Amy. I did it live for 5 years, and the class sold out every single time I did it live. I mean, I was doing it, every 4 weeks, and then I moved it to about every 7 weeks, So let's talk about goals. So let's start with you, Michon. What are some of the goals that you set for yourself in 2022 that you did accomplish?
Well, I'm more present on social media. I felt like that was a big one for me. Trying more new things, getting more creative, being better than I was, the year before.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we're our own competition, right?
Yeah.
Like some people look at outside people,
I'm not looking at anybody else but me.
as their competition, right? And that's unhealthy. Where we are our own competition.
Yeah.
I mean, really. And it's really it's the same old bullshit we keep telling ourselves as to why we can't evolve and achieve our dreams, right? We all have that bullshit narrative that runs in our brain, right? That makes us insecure. We do that to ourselves, right? I mean, I have it too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I talk motivational and stuff like that, but I talk it so much to convince myself
Fake it to make it.
of, what I'm preaching. But, well, because no one's perfect. Everybody struggles. No one gets it 100%. You're just, it's just work every single day. So, okay. So anything else?
I'm sure there is, but I can't think off the top of my head.
I listed some things.
What are the things?
Okay. So first, personally, you got married.
I did.
Yeah. That was a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
Because you and Jake planned that. It was a lot of money. It was stressful.
So stressful.
Guys don't help, so men.
No, he wanted to help, but his ideas were.
Yeah, men, they don't have good taste, right? So
didn't
it's
like it.
no. Well, the wedding's the girls' thing, I guess, usually, right? Yeah, so you got married.
Yeah.
And actually, I officiated
You did.
the wedding. I married you. The other thing I thought was a huge accomplishment was you finally.
I finished my class.
Yeah, you got
forgot
Map
about
It
that.
and Lock It. Map It and Lock It launched.
It only took 2 years, guys.
2 years. 2 years.
But you know what? I didn't know how to use PowerPoint, so nobody can judge me for that. I didn't even know how to use a computer, okay? I feel like 2 years, that's pretty good.
Yeah, 2 years. No, that is not pretty good for
pretty good.
a brow mapping course. It
I
should have
feel
been
really good about it.
4 months. I know. And I would get on your case, and then I would leave you alone for a few months, and I would get on your case. And finally, I got on your case. I'm like, either you're going to do this or I'm going to do this.
I'm like, no, it's mine.
And you got on it. And it's super. And how, it's like the harder you work for something, the prouder you are, the better you feel once you launch it and you achieve it, right?
Yeah.
And you worked hard at that.
Yeah.
And I think it haunted you. And this was a monkey on you. This haunted
did.
you, right?
It made me hate it.
I know.
It made me hate it.
But
so
you don't
much.
hate it anymore.
There's still a little hate, but
Like,
now-
what did you hate? The process of building the course, writing the
it was
content?
the process that I didn't know how to do anything. So that stressed me out to a point where I didn't want to do it. Like, it was like torture
Yeah.
almost. Like, I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna have to figure it out. And you just get in your head, and then
Yeah. And we made
Just
you,
me.
we made you, Kat and I made you stand up and practice speaking it in front of all of us a few times.
I don't know why. I did.
So you could, I did that to you so you could get it
She
out
always
of,
makes me speak in front of people because I hate it.
I know. Well, it's good for you. It's good for
It
you.
helps you grow.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But you're somebody sometimes, you and I just had like a deep talk this week. You're somebody sometimes that, you need a little fire lit under your ass. You need a little kick in the ass. You're just that person sometimes. And I have known you so long, I can recognize it. I recognize when, okay, you're disconnecting a little bit. You're caught up in something else, whether it's a personal problem or, whatever you go through. We all go through our own stuff. I can recognize it. And I let you start disconnecting so much. And then I come after you. I'm like, hey,
And then you
bitch.
piss me off.
And then I do. I walked in yesterday. I know, but I told Kat last night, I go, ooh, Michon's walking around all sassy with this new attitude. She's like doing this and doing that. She started. I said, I either lit a fire under her ass or I pissed her off or a combination of both. And I don't care what, because she is on it. Yeah, you got a sparkle back in your eye. So I like that. But, sometimes we need that. Sometimes I need that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get so down and so overwhelmed and so, caught up. And it can be a number of different people that pull me out of my shit. It can be Kat. It can be, something with you, girl. It can just, I have a few people that can recognize that with me. So, you and I, Michon, are really not that much different from each other. I think I've just been walking the planet a lot longer than you, and so I've had more years, more opportunity, more experience to learn how to deal with stuff like that. You know, when stuff gets heavy, so it doesn't affect my work for long periods of time. It may affect my work and my progress for a weekend, 3 or 4 days, but I've learned that I can't allow it to affect my work or my progress or my goals longer than.
I'm getting way better at that now.
Yeah, and that comes with time, you know. It comes with time. It does. And good people around you, support. People that can come up and talk to you the way I can come up and talk to you, the way Kat can talk to you, right? Because you don't really shut down when Kat and I come up and talk to you. You're pretty open. It's almost like
I'm open for critiquing. I like it.
Yeah.
It helps me grow. If someone can't tell you what's wrong or how you need to fix things, how are you supposed to grow?
Yeah. Well, I just see so much potential in you. I want to pull it all out. And that's why, that's why I got on your ass about the Map It and Lock It course. Your eyebrow design is out of this world. It's killer. You do great mapping, great brow design, and that should be readily available for people who are struggling or just want to learn your technique because it's so good. It should be available. And I just wanted that online so bad, for you and for everybody else that could learn from it. And it's doing killer. How many great reviews? I mean,
so many great reviews.
I know.
It's been really, really good.
And it's rewarding, right? It's not even about like the financial payoff. I mean, that's like cherry on top.
Oh yeah, no, I have, other artists hit me up and they're like, it used to take me an hour or longer to map out brows, and now it's taking me 15 minutes. I was like, well, yes, that's the whole point.
Yeah. And when you affect another artist like that, it feels good. Yeah. It feels good. That's really good.
That's ultimately the goal.
Yeah. And if that's your goal, your first and foremost goal is I'm going to create something that I know is going to help other artists and make a difference in their career. It's going to elevate them. That's your first and foremost goal. Then the financial stuff that typically follows. That's the cherry on top that typically follows. Yeah. And so I think it's important to always lead with that you're putting out good content and education that's going to help others. What else? I got my paper right here. Well, you're learning tiny tats.
I am. I am learning tiny tats.
You're learning tiny tats.
Kind of nerve-wracking, but, I'll get over that too.
Yes, and you're about to tattoo a cupcake on Willow.
Yes. Willow's getting a cupcake, and I might throw some sprinkles on there.
I am so excited.
She's so excited, and we're going to film it.
Oh, God.
I'm going to film your very first tiny tat.
She wants me to be ultra nervous.
Yeah, I know.
Bring on the pressure.
Well,
the pressure.
Yeah, I know, but and the reason I'm going to film. Well, you just touched up Olivia's eyebrow, and I filmed that. Just because you're putting. No, but it got you in front of the camera. Yeah. Because you're working on your lip blush course, because your lip blush technique is really different than anybody else's I've seen. And it heals super good with very little touch up. You just did my lips. You just did that technique on my lips this year. First time I've ever had my lips done, by the way. So you're building out that course now. So next year, I gave you a 4-month deadline.
Yep.
Right? So probably in the next 3 months, you're going to be sitting in front of a camera, 3 different cameras on you, tattooing that for the academy. And you have to narrate. You have to teach while you're tattooing. Yeah. So that's why I filmed you tattooing Olivia's eyebrow. I'm going to film you doing the cupcake to get you. Cat. Yeah, it's to get you in front of the camera and get everything we're thinking while we're tattooing our procedures, get it to come out of your mouth in a way other artists watching it can absorb it, so it's organized, it's well delivered.
Taryn, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I'm thinking about my grocery list.
That's
I'm not going to lie. Like sometimes I'm like, what about, tonight?
I'll be right there. I'll kick you if you start talking about your grocery list.
My head's all over the place.
That's funny, right? Well, that would be a blooper.
Yeah, and we're getting chicken tonight.
Some of the shit we do think about while we're tattooing, right? It's so funny. I usually don't. My mind usually doesn't wander when I'm tattooing, though. I'm usually pretty focused.
Well, usually I'm pretty focused, but sometimes when I'm just in my groove, I'm I'm thinking about like 10 million things.
I don't know. Amy, can you think about chicken while you're tattooing a pair of eyebrows?
Definitely not. When I'm massaging, I can totally think about anything.
See, but that's because you're comfortable with it. You've been doing it for years.
Exactly. But
Right.
with tattooing, no, I don't even really, I can't really even talk to people yet. They can talk to me, but I don't really talk a lot when I'm tattooing.
You're still trying not to shit yourself.
That's right.
I get it.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
so scared.
yeah. Okay, so Amy, what are the accomplishments you set for yourself for 2003 and you did achieve?
So I think eyeliner was a huge thing.
Yeah.
Which you almost didn't let me do.
I almost didn't let you do it. I didn't think you were ready,
Yeah.
only because
Was-
you're still at the spa working, and they made you work a couple extra days. You weren't anticipating that, so and I didn't feel confident you had the time. Not that I wasn't confident in you.
More like I think the
Struggle,
stress
well,
and
because you were going through some
pressure.
things too at that time,
Oh,
some stress.
I think
and
my mental health this whole time is it's like it's up and down.
Yeah.
You know, just like struggling with not having like a social life and not seeing my family as much as I'm used to, or like even like my dude and my kid. I struggle sometimes with that.
Yeah.
And then like alone time as like a mom. I think even women just in general, we have so much pressure of like how we're supposed to be all
Yeah.
the time and like have it all together and be like organized. Like you mentioned, like dudes, they don't do anything. Like
Yeah.
it's very true for mine.
Right.
I
And
mean,
some
he
dudes
works,
more
that's
than
it.
others,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's it. He goes to work. So it's just a lot of stress and pressure. And I was really scared to do eyeliner, to be honest. Like I was like, I don't even really like want to do it. Like that's, how do you tattoo an eyeliner?
Yeah.
Like that's scary. Even though I had watched it so many times and I like, you know, knew how to execute it, just doing it scared like the crap out of me. So, I mean, tackling eyeliner was huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I did well with it.
I think you did better than well. Don't you, Michon? Her
Yeah, I
first
think she did really
eyeliner,
good.
I was
But
really.
she put on her big girl panties and she
That's
did
right.
it.
She did.
I mean, I had to.
She did, and we'll get back to your eyeliner, but I know you feel the same way. I'm really proud of you
No, thank you.
because, and you know what? I'll just say, I know because you work full time at a spa in one of the casinos here, high pressure spa because it's a
Yeah.
high end spa.
Yep.
I worked in the casinos, high end casinos before, for a while. I understand the pressure being in that job title that you're in.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of pressure. Plus your daughter, she's your only child. That's a lot of pressure to spend time. And, she needs her mom, the husband, the house. And you're here trying to get your PMU career up and running so you can leave the spa. You're trying to get where you're earning enough income, you can leave the spa. And you're doing fantastic. And sometimes, yes, it does affect your mental health. You get
for sure.
exhausted. And when
Yeah.
we're exhausted, Amy, we're more vulnerable for
Yeah.
a breakdown, anxiety,
For sure.
to fill us, and things like that. But I'm going to tell you right now, and believe me when I tell you, the future Amy is going to thank the Amy sitting here right here today.
Oh, I mean, that's the only thing. That's
For
keeping me
sure,
going is,
100%. Because
These like struggles and sacrifices, like they have to pay off. I'm not just doing this to drive myself crazy.
and they will pay off. And I think you picked, the best career on the planet. Like PMU there's so much opportunity. There's just not a ceiling over your head, hovering over your head. It's like, whatever you want to accomplish, in permanent makeup, you can accomplish if you set your mind to it. And right now you're paying your dues.
Right.
We all had to.
Oh,
I
for
did. I
sure.
worked a second job for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And was, and broke and all that stuff. I mean, not too many people, right. You did too, Michon. Not too many people enter PMU and they start making money right away. I don't know anybody that really has. Most of us have definitely ridden the struggle bus to get to where we're at now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And sometimes all people see is the success.
Yeah.
They don't see the path and the struggle and the sacrifice it took to get to the success.
Yeah,
but it will be worth it. But your eyeliner, I was pleasantly surprised how well controlled you were on your first eyeliner. I was a little shocked. I don't know if I was expecting you to be that good. I think I was expecting you to be a mess.
I surprised
and you
myself
weren't.
a little bit too.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, Michon, she's gonna be better at eyeliner than she is eyebrows. And you've been continuously doing eyeliner, and I think you're pretty goddamn good at them.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're pretty freaking good at them. I think that might be your strongest procedure. I think eyeliner's my strongest procedure.
Yeah, I mean, eyebrows still scare me a little bit. Eyeliner, I'm a little bit more confident in than I was with brows.
Isn't that
like,
crazy?
When I first started.
And for most people, it's the flip. It's the flip flop. It's the opposite. Look at everybody doing brows, and hardly anybody's doing eyeliner. And all these talented artists doing brows.
Yeah.
If they're that talented at brows, I think they got a good chance of being that talented at eyeliner.
That's right. You can do it.
But they're super scared.
Yeah.
Like they don't like eyeliner freaks them out.
Yeah.
Well,
I was so scared.
Yeah.
After I did it, I was like, wow, I don't know why I was so afraid of that. Like, I just overthought. I think I was just overthinking it so much that it just became almost impossible. And then when I tackled it, I was like, oh, wow. Like, I really hyped that up in my head.
Yeah.
It was like all me, just like typical woman stuff,
Yeah.
overthinking.
Yeah, exactly. We all do that. And you did your first lip, which was funny.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, that lip.
She was a juicer.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. And very uneven. Lips are very uneven.
Yeah.
Very big lips to begin with. It was actually my sister.
Yeah.
My sister has,
So we could
was
talk
blessed
about
with
her.
some very nice
We're
lips.
talking about her.
But they were so swollen. I like couldn't
And
stop
didn't she just
laughing.
gush? She just bled
yeah.
and
Like, I
oozed,
just had
right? It
to
was just one of those
hold-
lips.
Hold on her. She was just bleeding. It was something else. I
And
don't
I-
know how I feel about lips.
I know, and I told you most lips are not like that. So your very first client, you got one of the worst lips
Yep.
you could
Anything that
ever
could
get.
go wrong, went wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anything that could go wrong on a lip went wrong on your first lip with
Yeah.
your sister. But at least it was your sister.
Yeah, thanks, sister.
I
I mean,
did
I
she
la-
heal with any color?
Oh yeah, they look so
Really?
pretty. Yeah, they look great. I mean, she was really swollen for a couple of days.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I just have been teasing her nonstop. It looks like she got stuck in like a vacuum or
Like
something.
Hubba
They're
Hubba lips.
huge. I'm like, please don't ever get filler. But she sent me pictures little by little. Lots of scabbing. I mean,
Yeah.
she's still healing. I mean, when her husband kissed her, like the whiskers on his face made her bleed. So she said, healing has been something else. But they look really pretty. I mean, one side of her lip was like really nice and plump and round, and the other side was really flat.
Yeah, I
So
mean the
we had
bow,
to-
like the middle, the two peaks, the bow. Like
more so like right here. Like one was really rounded and pretty, and
Yeah.
the other one was flat. So we kind of had to even that out. And I mean, they look beautiful though.
Yeah.
The color's really pretty.
Yeah. Well, your next lip is going to be easy peasy because
that's
there's
right.
just no way. It's like getting struck by lightning twice. There's like no way.
Be
Your second
quiet,
lip.
Teryn.
Your second
You
lip.
are gonna jinx her, and it's gonna happen.
Oh my gosh.
Put that negativity in the world.
Yeah.
But lips typically, I like lips. They're not my favorite. I'm really good at them, but they're not my favorite. But I do them. But eyeliners and brows are probably my favorite.
I
Yeah.
like lips.
Lips are satisfying. I mean, the ones I've seen Michon do, like
Yeah.
when they come back healed and they're so pretty.
Well, look at mine. Mine are so pretty.
and
Aren't
yeah,
mine so
like,
pretty?
they're beautiful.
I know.
A part of me almost wants to get my lips done, but I mean, I'm a little afraid after seeing how my sisters were. Do you want me to bleed all over your table?
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's nothing I haven't seen before.
Yeah, Michonne's used to it.
Whatever.
I almost
Yeah.
want to get mine done just so I know what it's like, though, so I can like relate to people and like better explain and give them my experience.
Yeah, and I think
too.
that's a good idea. I think
Yeah.
that's a really good idea. For me, after I get after Michon does my brows, or just doing lips, it's like I have a little bit more compassion for my clients for about a month,
And then it's gone.
and then it's gone, and I'm back to like my old self. But but it is good because you can really explain to the clients like what it felt like and.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And I think it's good for them to see the procedures on our own face, So, yeah, for sure. So the other thing I wrote down that you accomplished is you started a course too. You started an educational course. So you just started outlining and getting that up and running. So I'm super excited for you. I think it's a good course. Going to be a really, really good course. So that was a good goal. What are your Did I ask you what your goals were for 2022? Not yet, right?
Not yet.
Okay, so
You mean 2023? You switched.
2023. So, okay, so some of my goals that I accomplished, I have a pretty good list.
You got a long list.
I'm just
You guys
saying.
busy.
I'll just say. So we got Frost launched. That was,
I love that shit.
yeah.
Me too.
That was 2 years, and that was a long process because it's an anesthetic, a prenum, and it is really, really super good. And it was made in FDA lab, and we just followed all the rules, all the protocol, all that. So we finally got Frost launched. Me and Willow have been working, oh my gosh, so long and hard.
So hard.
So hard on Beyond the Epidermis. That's the name of my new, well, I have a color theory course out, been out for years and years and years, but I find now it's not just the color theory course, it's called Beyond the Epidermis. And it's got, the undertone checklist, facial checklist, correction checklist. It's 2 posters, and it's a educational book that goes along with it. It's really, really, really good. And that has been that's been one of those projects that just totally haunted me. Probably the way Map It and Lock It haunted you. It was just so much information to condense down into 2 posters and an accompanying book that had the most critical information.
Well, it's like taking a paragraph and making it 2 words.
Yes.
Like how? What the
Yeah.
fuck?
And
How do you do
getting
that?
getting it organized that even the newbie can read it, utilize it, and benefit from it. And I got to tell you, I could not have done it without you, Willow.
Thank you.
And I know and I don't know if I've really expressed like my gratitude to you for working on this project for me. And I know you enjoy it.
I do.
And I had a meltdown a couple days ago. Yeah, I did, right in front of these 2 girls. Yeah, they were just, Olivia just like hid behind her, like raised, because they bought a couple weeks ago. Hey, Teryn, can I buy like these raised stands for our laptops? I'm like, yeah, okay. And so now their laptops are raised. So yeah. I see Olivia crouched between their laptop. Willow couldn't because she's the one working on the epidermis, so she had to she couldn't crouch and hide behind a laptop. So
She's like, hey, get it
yeah.
together.
Oh, well, it was just so fun. When you get so, well, I don't know if you guys get like this, but I am so in my head. I'm such a critical thinker, detailed thinker, and I get super frustrated, and I just feel this pressure, like this pressure building up.
All the time.
Yeah, right? And I feel
whole
like my face is getting red. I'm going to explode, and I'm going to get a migraine, and so I have to release. So I grumble, I bitch, and I groan, and I...
Poor cat.
Oh, Kat's used to it. She knows I'm harmless. She usually just, yeah.
She's like,
Yeah, exactly. And I get it out, and then I'm over it, and then I sit for a minute. And you guys witnessed this. I sit for a minute, and then I'm like, okay, now I have to do it another way. And I didn't plan. I'm quiet. I start digging in, and then I go, you know what? It's going to be better now. Okay, this was supposed to happen. It's like then you get clear, and you realize, okay, maybe not according to plan, because that all just got fucked up. But now this new way that I have, this new direction I've been forced into, it's actually going to be it's going to come out better. And so I think redirection, like kind of, sometimes the universe redirects you without you wanting to be redirected. And sometimes we get pissed off and we fight it and we don't think it's fair. But if you just kind of let go and go with it, usually that redirection, it's a much better path, and you're going to be, you're going to be better off. So it's just recognizing that. I wish I could recognize it sooner without having the meltdown, but I don't know if I'll ever change. I think that's just me. I think I'm just wired that way. Like Kat never has a little breakdown. Like she never gets frustrated. She gets frustrated, but she doesn't like verbalize it and like showcase it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like it doesn't come out. Like with me, it comes out. It just comes out.
I'm like, mine doesn't usually come out. I mean, if it does, I'm usually by myself.
No, you're pretty mellow.
Me and Kat have that temperament.
Yeah, you have that temperament. Yeah, and you guys, you too, huh? Willow, you don't have.
Not at work. At work,
Good.
I don't have a meltdown.
Good
At
answer.
home, yeah.
You have the meltdowns
Yeah.
at home?
Once
yeah.
you get to the car.
Oh, yeah. Moment I'm in the car, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Did my meltdown cause you to have a meltdown?
No.
Oh, okay,
Actually,
good.
no, because before I even left, you were like, we got this figured out. It's going to be much better.
I know. I went home. I go, Kat. They totally witnessed this whole thing, like the meltdown, and then me quiet, and then the realization, the universe just redirected me, and now I'm in this, because it's
You should
something.
have filmed it. It's a blooper.
I know.
This is what Terrence.
Well, poor Kat was trying to give me all kinds of suggestions. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. No, that's not going to work. No, I am not doing that. No, I can't do that way. No, you're not understanding, Kat. And then finally she go, okay, just figure it out on your own. So yeah, that was funny. But anyway, so we got Beyond the Epidermis done. Thank you, Willow. My God, let me put my glasses on.
That class is so long.
That class, I know, but it's a good class.
No, it's
It's the best color theory
it's
class.
well worth it.
Yes. I also got the color theory class transferred over to the new platform. I got a colonoscopy.
That's good for you. I need to get one.
Yep. That was
not
my
bad.
goal for 2022, and I did it. It's not bad. People think it's bad. The act of having it, you don't even feel it. Like you're out.
I probably wouldn't care.
No, when you wake up, you don't feel like anybody was like diddling down there or nothing. Like there's no pain or nothing. But the prep before, that is hell on earth.
So
That's
I've heard.
hell.
I've
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah, I didn't really like that. And I got a really bad migraine because you can't eat. And you got to drink this salty stuff and lots of it. And so it's the
You're
prep.
making me not look forward to getting
Yeah,
it.
it wasn't. But you got to get it done. And they're saying now you should start like, even younger than they used to say. So it's the slowest growing cancer. So if you catch it early, most likely you're going to be, totally fine. So yeah, I got my colonoscopy. We got the OMG needles launched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was excited about that. We got the Queen line launched.
Love the Queen line.
Yep,
So you, that,
yep. Got that launched. I got my Jeep paid off.
Yes.
I did. I finally got that sucker paid off. It was my obsession this year, and I got it paid off. And
Paid off my couch.
You paid off your couch?
Paid off my couch.
Yeah. And I'm not somebody that's got to have like a new vehicle, right? My very first new vehicle was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I drove an old truck until then. So, yeah. But my Jeep, so yeah, I got it paid off. And so I'm going to keep that for a long time. Mm-hmm. So I'm super excited not to have a car payment anymore. What else did I get done? We got the apprenticeship program kind of built out and up and running.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited about that, to start implementing that. I'm really excited. So yeah, that's kind of like my list. Want to know the things that I didn't do?
What didn't you do?
I didn't start exercising.
Well, I kind of knew that wasn't going to happen.
How-
But you keep going.
Well, I got to start. Well, that's back on my list for 2023.
Do you really need to exercise?
No, I need it. Yeah, because it's not because I'm a thin weight.
Yeah.
But it's not like exercise because my food's clean. Like
Yeah.
my diet's clean. I eat good.
She does, guys.
no.
She
does,
she hasn't
yeah.
had fast food in like 20 years.
Yeah, like 20 years. I eat pretty darn clean, and I like a cocktail on my weekends. And me and Kat go have dinner once a week. We have our date. We
Yeah.
do a date night out once a week, and we're foodies. But even when I'm dining out, I'm selective. I'm
Yeah.
careful with what I order. I don't get like heavy sauces and things like that. But I love a good ribeye, man, and your mashed potato with sour
Who
cream,
doesn't?
baked potato with sour cream,
Minus
and
the vegans. Sorry, guys.
yeah. So, but exercise, I'm somebody that lacks. I get tired easy, and sometimes I lack discipline. I'll admit it, and sometimes I lack energy. So I know exercise can increase your energy levels.
Well, that's
and
all
it can,
exercising is. It's discipline.
yeah, and it increases your discipline, which
Yeah.
I got a lot of goals for 2023. So I want to have more. I want to increase my energy level, and I want to be more disciplined than I was this past year.
We've got something in common.
Yeah, right.
me too.
Well, yeah. Well, because this is my feelings. We're not always going to be motivated.
Yeah.
So when you're not motivated, you need to be able to fall back on your discipline. And if you if you don't have discipline, then you're just not going to get shit done. So sometimes
then you go into your rut, and then you
you start beating
getting into
yourself
that
up.
depression mode.
Yeah. So sometimes it's the discipline that gets you up, cracks open the laptop, and start, pounding the keys or starting this project or whatnot. So that's why I want to start exercising.
I mean, you already have discipline because you already do that within your work. You just need to put it somewhere else.
I think my discipline's pretty good when it comes to work. Pretty good, but it could be better. It could be better. I think it could be better.
Okay. You're crazy.
Well,
but you do you.
Or maybe I think working more efficiently, not getting distracted. I get distracted
Smarter,
a lot.
not harder.
Yeah, smarter, not harder. Maybe that's more. Okay, so Willow, what was one big goal you wanted to accomplish for 2022 that you did?
I got insurance.
Yes, right. So exciting.
No, I'm very excited. I feel like a real adult now.
You live a crazy
I
life.
know, right? Yeah, but insurance is important, right? So, it's definitely important. Okay, Olivia.
The Spanish lift.
Yes. So so we got the lift removal course, online removal course, and I hit up Olivia. Was it about the same time I hit up Michon to do our Map It and Lock It course 2 years ago? Was it 2 years?
It was 2 years.
Good job,
Are you
Olivia.
shitting me? It was 2 years. So why do you think
I'm
I
not
did
the
all
only
these?
one.
Why do you think I did all these podcasts this year on discipline? On
I'm the best.
no, I'm just kidding.
She's totally giving you shit. Olivia.
I know.
You know what? I think you're doing great.
I always give Olivia shit.
Great.
Man, I always give Olivia shit.
I don't give Olivia shit. I give you shit.
I know you give me shit. Olivia gives me shit right back.
I do.
I know she does. The whole first year she worked here, she hardly said 3 words. She was so shy, but now it's
know.
like, oh my God.
I got her out of that. I did that. You're welcome.
I know. I
told her if she didn't speak, I wasn't gonna learn her name.
I know. She was so shy. She's not shy anymore.
No.
Yeah. So we got the lift removal course. It's online and you do it hands-on. And you converted the whole course over to Spanish.
Yes.
And got that launched. So, and that was a big project. I think that was a bigger, more in-depth project than you realized.
Yeah, it was a lot of work. It was just a lot of technical Spanish words that I didn't know about. So I had to learn some Spanish myself.
Like shader needle.
Yeah.
Like how does that translate into Spanish, right?
Yeah.
The word shader to describe a needle, a tattoo needle. Yeah. Or a liner. Yeah. I know you came up with some of those obstacles.
She's over there calling abuela. Like, how do you say this?
Yeah. But you got it done.
Yeah.
You got it done. Did you learn anything about yourself during that whole process?
Well, I've learned that I actually do enjoy translating. I thought I didn't really like it.
Oh, really?
But I do like it.
You do like translating
Yeah.
from Spanish to English? Yeah. Or English to Spanish. Yeah.
It's just a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. Yeah. Well, hopefully, you didn't screw up any of those words and
If I did,
like
please
it
email me.
didn't translate to a cuss word by mistake or something like that.
Whatever. Some cuss words in Spanish and Tagalog, they're like desserts. Did you guys know that?
That what?
And some Spanish words are in Tagalog, they're desserts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right.
Useless knowledge up here, man.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
full of
So okay, then Olivia, let's start back with you again. We'll go around the circle. So what is your big goal for 2023?
To get my own course.
Your own course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna start building it out.
And what is that going to be about?
About marketing.
Marketing. Yeah. I know. I hired Olivia for. Do you even know why I hired you? Like what your title was? Like 3 years ago?
It
It
was,
was front desk assistant, wasn't it?
No, not front desk.
Oh, no, she was going to be assistant. Your assistant.
My personal assistant. But then I felt weird having okay, I can't call her my personal assistant. It sounds so diva. It sounds so I don't know. I mean, I didn't like it. I was like uncomfortable with it.
She's just Olivia.
Well, I tried a personal assistant like before. I tried like 4 or 5 before you, and it just didn't work out. Like I couldn't jive or vibe with them. I don't know what it was. Just weird. And then Olivia came around, and I'm like, okay, she can stay another week. Okay, she's okay. She just doesn't talk, Michon. We gotta get this girl talking, you know. But you didn't really. Yeah, I know you're not real. You're not like my personal assistant. But you're like my right hand girl. I guess that's the good way to describe you. You
Yeah.
help me with all kinds of projects and whatnot. And I overwhelmed her so much. Olivia needed a help. She needed a sidekick.
She got her own assistant.
I'm like, I'm gonna hire you a sidekick. And so we got Willow in here. So so we got right hand girl and sidekick.
So it's like Batman, Robin. Who's Alfred. There you go.
I'm completely okay with
Or no, maybe it's Batman.
Oh, I'm
Alfred. You're Batman.
I'm Batman.
Then Olivia is Alfred because that's his right hand man.
Oh, so you're Alfred.
And then you would be Robin, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that works.
Yeah. But, and so it just kind of organically turned into, we have our own little kind of marketing team in-house and this and that. We do all this stuff. And I didn't know how this little group was going to take off or what our roles were going to be. I just knew I needed help. And it's been fantastic.
I also steal them from time to time.
You steal them all the time. You stole Olivia yesterday.
I bought her coffee for her time. Okay? And we planned this date together.
But I know, but this is the way it works. You got to bribe me first to get Olivia.
I was like,
and then you got to bribe Olivia.
I was like,
it's this whole, it's a domino
Teryn's
chain.
not even going to be there. It's fine.
It's this whole domino thing. It's like, it's the way it works. I know. But that's what they're here for. They're here to help you grow any which way you can. Help you, Amy. Help me. Help the studio. Help whatever. We help them. And it's just the way it is. It's like we're a small company, so we all have to overlap.
I did her beautiful brows. So
You did do her
Yeah.
beautiful brows. Yeah, she's all scabby and peeling, and
she looks great.
this week, yeah.
She's over there dabbing.
I know. I think I saw some crumbles on the work table over there by your laptop. Yeah, some scab crumbles.
I think that was Willow.
What kind of crumbles do you have, Willow?
I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so what's your big goal? So your big goal is to get the marketing course, and you're actually going to work with Willow on that. You two are going to collab because we've learned a lot about marketing. Yep. In the last couple of years together. So, and I think that's going to be a great course for the PMU artists that can't afford to go hire a company or pay someone. I think you guys got some great things that you're going to share, that we are going to share with other PMU artists that they can do in-house and do for themselves to grow their business. So I think that's going to be a great course. What is your big goal for 2023 besides working on the marketing course with Olivia? She already claimed
She
that.
already claimed that. I guess to be different, I need to think. I guess I really do want to learn to skateboard. I kept saying that for this year, but I didn't do it.
Oh, then you need to do it.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
I have a helmet. I have the knee pads.
You better wear in the wrist guards and everything to protect those little fingers.
I have everything.
Because-
I have everything. Wrist,
Okay.
elbow, ankle,
Yeah.
knee,
Yeah.
butt, helmet.
I was like,
set.
Right.
don't forget about your head.
And if you break,
I might look a little weird and a little dumb, but I'm okay with that. I'll be safe.
and if you break your hand, you're gonna learn to type with your toes.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Or my mouth with a pencil.
See, I want to learn how to roller skate, but I'm afraid because I can't mess these hands up.
You
I
don't
know.
know how to roller skate?
I
don't
can
either.
roller blade. I used to speed skate,
We should learn together.
but I
Michon.
can't.
You can.
I
We
look
need
so
to do a
stupid on
roller skating
skates.
night then.
I think if you can rollerblade, you can roller skate.
It's different.
I had rollerblades when I was a kid, and then when my daughter wanted to roller skate, I got roller skates. You guys actually got me roller skates for my birthday.
I look like a stupid little kid. I need to hold one of those things and
We
be
can
like,
get you. It's called a skate mate.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
need-
a walker
I
on
need
wheels.
one of those.
Oh
We'll
God.
get you one.
No skate mates. No skate mates.
Teryn says
will
you
that embarrass
fall.
you,
Learning
Teryn?
roller skate.
Yeah. If you're gonna fall, you're gonna fall. This is the way it is. Just wear
these
wrist
are
guards.
important.
I know. Okay, what's
feel
your big
like-
goal for 2023, Michon?
I mean, I have a few actually. But I guess a new one
Like your
that
top two.
my top two. Well, I just found out like maybe speaking in front of like a large audience,
Yeah.
because I'm not very good at that. I can speak to people right here and that's fine one-on-one, but when it comes to a couple hundred, I stutter, maybe
Yeah.
piss myself, I don't know.
I know. Yeah.
But also just getting more into teaching hands-on and getting more students.
Because you're a good teacher and
Yeah.
you get too in your head about students. You get anxiety.
Yeah,
And that's
I have
why you
major
don't
anxiety.
teach as much as maybe you want to or you could. Because you could be teaching a lot. But yeah, a few weeks ago when you told me that you get anxiety, like I didn't really know that. So, so I'm like, why are you not teaching more? They're so good. You should be teaching. And you're like, I get anxiety. I get all worked up.
I was
get
also like in my head, like I've never had, I don't know, I don't want to say like the confidence, but I always thought I wasn't good enough to teach somebody. Like my work is only good enough until I teach somebody. So if I'm not good enough, why would I teach somebody? But now I feel way more confident in myself, in my work, how I do things, because I know I'm a good teacher.
yeah.
But now I feel like I have that within me,
Yeah.
and I have a lot less anxiety about
Yeah.
it.
And I'm really happy to see you get over that hurdle, like your insecurity with that and your self-doubt with that, because, you're an amazing artist. You are an amazing artist. You really, no, you've worked
She's
hard.
all right.
Yeah, no, but you've worked hard for it.
Yeah.
You've worked hard for it. You struggled with some procedures. I've known you 8 years now, Michon. I've watched you. You and I have been through a lot together, both professionally, personally. So I know you, and you've worked really hard to get to where you're at today. And you are a good teacher. And
I'll second that.
yeah, she is a good
She's
teacher.
very patient.
Yeah, she's super patient.
Yeah.
And you're a good person. You're just a good, honest, kind, generous person. So, that's total package. Yeah, you really, really are. You really, really are. And, and you might have a little bit of anxiety your first, few students, coming up. But, once you kind of walk them through your protocol, once you get through it, then you're like, it feels good. It feels good. I love teaching. Okay, so what's, Amy, your big goal for 2023?
So like Michon, I barely know how to work a computer.
Yeah.
So this class and everything's going to be really fun and challenging. So I'm just going to tackle that head on and figure it out. Definitely, I want to get maybe like another lip or two by the end of the year. Hopefully we can squeeze that in.
Yeah.
But I think my number one goal is to get out of the spa.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done massage for 17 years. That's plenty of time. I mean, I love it. I think I'll always love it, but I think I just like this a lot more. So I would like to get out of the spa and be able to be here full time.
Don't
would
worry,
be
I'll
my
have you
number one
massage
goal.
me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still probably like massage on this. I actually maybe would massage on the side because then I wouldn't be getting, my ass handed to me at the spa.
Yeah, don't
every
get
week.
rusty.
Yeah, I can't get rusty.
Yeah, no, you can't get rusty. Yeah, it will be interesting, if you do go back to massage or not, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I left once to be like a stay-at-home mom for a couple years. Like that was great, but I went back because my sanity was wearing thin. But I mean, if I leave again, I don't want to go back. Like that'll be it.
Yeah, you can do it. I think that is definitely a feasible goal.
Yeah.
Like you can, I think I'd definitely be out of the spa by the end of 2000. So like,
By the end of next year,
yeah, by the end of 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's,
I think it's realistic.
yeah, I think it's totally realistic.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to also like the apprenticeship, like girls coming in and maybe having the opportunity to kind of work with them and like maybe get into educating a little bit.
Yeah.
start teaching them.
Yeah. Well, we're doing the 6-month newbie apprenticeship, and I think with them shadowing, you know, you guys, all of us, they shadow a lot the first, a couple of months. That's gonna start preparing you to be a teacher. Yeah. Because you have to talk to them. You have to explain what you're doing.
You're going to have to get over not talking while you tattoo.
Yeah. Because she doesn't like to talk when she tattoos. Yeah. So that it's just good. It's just good. I think having the apprenticeship program, and I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a lot of benefits
It's going
from
to
it.
definitely make you grow as an
Yeah.
artist.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, give these girls an opportunity to learn a whole lot.
And everything,
in the proper way.
everything is hard before it gets easy.
Yeah.
Every
for
single
sure.
thing is hard before it gets easy. And then when it gets easy, or it's not like it gets easy, but once you arrive, then you look back and you've, it didn't seem that bad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I think goals, so I'm glad you have those goals. And, because the last thing we want to do is live the same year over and over and over. I don't want to live the next, the same year the next 20 years. I mean, I want every year,
That would be boring.
Yeah. But if you don't have goals and you're not achieving goals and evolving and elevating, you can be living the same year
I even
over
give
and
myself
over
cooking
and over and
goals.
over. What's that?
I said I even give myself cooking goals.
Yeah. Cooking goals.
I cook really well, but sometimes I'm like, I want to try new things. I want to dabble over here, make some of this.
Yeah. I think, goals, when you set a goal, you have to have a plan and you have to have a deadline. I think a goal without a plan and a deadline is just a wish, right? It's like a daydreaming wish. So that's why, when both your courses, I was like, and the deadline is
That's why I told you to give me one.
and I gave you a deadline. Yeah, because you got, even myself included, I have got to set myself a deadline. I got to have an end date because it keeps you on point.
Yeah.
Because you got that date that keeps getting closer and closer and closer.
It will also give you anxiety.
And it gives you anxiety. Yeah. But imagine if you don't have a date. Then there's not there.
Then you take 2 years to do a
Yeah,
math
you're
course.
not being held accountable, right? Like a date holds me accountable.
Yeah.
Like I got to get this shit done by then. Not that every single project I meet that deadline. I might have to, like this Beyond the Epidermis. I didn't meet my first 2 deadlines. And did I not get depressed, Willow?
Yeah, you did.
I did. I get down on myself. I'm like, I'll even out loud in front of the girls and Cal say, I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm so disappointed in myself. It's like I've been over here, not really around the artist as much. I'm over here. My face is stuck in this thing, and I didn't even meet my deadline. And I get so down on myself, you guys, that I feel like I'm failing, not just me, this project, but everybody around me. Because I'm so engrossed in this, and it sucks, but then you got to just pull yourself back up, not be so hard on yourself, and then set a new deadline. And then you go for that deadline, So yeah, I wouldn't get shit done if I didn't have a deadline. I need those deadlines, and I think most people do. Yeah. And you know what's so great? Like you too, so great. You know what's better than a deadline?
What's better than deadline? You?
Me.
Yeah.
I'm way better than a
nagging.
deadline. Yeah, I'm walking around. Did you get that outline done? I just asked Amy,
sure
did
did.
you get that outline done yet?
have you
Did you
been
get this
working
done?
on
Did
that?
you get this done? You've been working on that? Let me see what you got so far.
Yeah.
I'm
Today
better.
you came in, you're like, did you figure out what you want to talk about during the podcast? I'm like, no, I'm busy doing other shit.
I'm better than a deadline. Willow's back there laughing. One of my goals for 2023. Okay, so my goals for 2023. Let me see. I got a couple. Well, one for sure is we're gonna have Willow and Olivia on the podcast. We're gonna get them out from behind the cameras.
Wait, who's gonna film?
Well, you and Amy.
That's scary.
Okay. I want everybody to know, and Olivia can vouch for me. Whenever I touch equipment or anything that has to do with anything electrical,
It breaks.
Things go wrong.
I know.
and
You're
it
bad. I
breaks,
know. I've noticed that
and
about you.
It's just bad.
I know it is bad. It's like you're Charlie Brown. You get this cloud over your head every time you
it
touch
is what
something
it is.
with a battery.
Me and electronics,
or
we're not
a
friends. It's
cord.
cool. We're good. So if you want me to do that, good luck to you.
Oh, well, some of my goals is we've already got guests lined up for season 3, Tatter-a-fact. So we're doing a lot more Zoom, in person. I've got some really great. We got Chris Herrera, coming out, and Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle, I wish. She's still hot. Michelle Patton. We've just got a lot of really great guests coming and lots of great topics. So I'm excited for season 3. Digging in and starting the formulation of the OMG pigment line. So I'm really super excited about that. We just started naming the colors and figuring out what the line's going to consist of. Exercising, getting a new tattoo. I wanted that this year and I didn't get it. So a new tattoo.
I want to get my back.
Yeah. And I'm getting back to training eyeliners, doing 3 students, 3 dates in 2023. That's it. And so I'm excited about that. I haven't done small group intimate training like that in probably 6 years, 5-6 years, because I've been so busy with the bigger classes, the conferences, and and all my projects. So I am doing that. I just set 3 dates. I can't remember what the dates are, but anyway, you can go on the Girlz Ink website and find them. But I'm only taking 3 students. No, I'm not wasting any time with like theory and PowerPoint and anything like that. They come in, and right when they get there, like 15 minutes, hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah.
Let's get to the point.
I do my model, and they're there, and I narrate, and they learn, and then boom, they get on models the rest of the afternoon and all day the next day, multiple models. That's it. Because, we have a secret sauce. We know how to make an eyeliner heel black, super saturated with great color, very minimal touch-up, if any at all, and without shrinkage, losing width. Mm-hmm. We know how to do that. And hardly anybody's teaching it. It's this new single needle, pixie, stardusty kind of look, which I think does not look good in a year's time. It looks gray and worn and old. And we're redoing a lot of those. They don't like them in 6 months or a year. They want black. When you get your eyeliner done, they kind of want black. Most people want black or black brown. They want something substantial that you can see. And we're really good at that. So I'm excited to get back at that. I hope I like it. I'm going to be a little nervous, though, Michon.
I'm so going to laugh when you get that one student. And I'm just going to be in my room chuckling.
I know, but, I am being particular. It's only 3 spots. We've had a lot of people reach out, and it's not a beginner class, and I'm pretty adamant about that. It's intermediate or beyond. You already got to be good with your depth. I can't micromanage somebody in the class, worry about them going too deep or not being able to control their machine. These are advanced techniques. This is for high saturation, and this is advanced. This is like core eyeliner tattooing that I think is going to really be helpful for a lot of artists that are pretty good with eyeliner, but just a lot of the pigments falling out, or they're getting the shrinkage, and just things like that. I mean, that type of artist, I can take them and just elevate them to the next level. So, you guys can do all the beginners.
I'll take them.
I do beginners. Our bigger classes, we do beginners, but but no, this is kind of different kind of class. So I think I'm going to really enjoy it. So put on some Elvis and tattoo some eyeliners. Mm-hmm. All right.
That's exciting. An Elvis.
Yeah, I know. So, okay. So how long have we been going, Olivia? We've been an hour?
Yeah, an hour.
All right. So we'll wrap it up. But I thought this was great. It was a little bit, not really an educational podcast. I try to make our podcast more educational, but kind of, hopefully it was motivating. Yeah. That's what I wanted it to be. I kind of wanted to, end the season with us 3 girls talking about being candid about, what we've accomplished, what we haven't, and maybe motivate listeners to, sit down, write down their goals, think about their goals.
So on this podcast, do they have can people make comments?
Yeah.
You guys should totally comment your goals.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
you go.
because that's writing them down, right?
Yeah, writing
And
them down. You're manifesting that
You're
shit.
manifesting.
Right.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's a good idea. So, so in the comments, go to the Tatter-a-fact YouTube page, go to the comments, and write down, how about your number one?
Yeah.
Your number one goal that you want to make happen for 2023. Because Michon's right. If you haven't thought about it yet, this podcast got you thinking about it. Writing in the comments is going to get you to actually type it and write it out, right? Putting that energy out there. And that gives it momentum. That gives it momentum.
I'm all about manifesting.
Yeah, me too, man.
yeah.
Manifesting is important. It's really, really important. So I'm super excited to see everybody's goals. It can be personal or it can be professional. Doesn't matter. So, all right. So thanks for sitting with me, guys,
You're
today.
welcome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. And I want to thank all of you for joining in, sitting with us, another Tatter-a-fact. And don't forget, you can stream us on Spotify, Buzzsprout, iTunes, Podcast Addict, and you can actually watch the podcast on Tatter-a-fact YouTube. And we are at the close of another year, a crazy year. It was a crazy year throughout the world. And so peace, love, and blessings to every single one of you. And here's to a fantastic, prosperous, healthy, happy 2023. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.